Game of the Year 2025 was a great parade where Expedition 33 won basically everything, while Kojima watched like a child, seeing his candy getting taken away. It's not his fault though, since he is in the Sony exclusive prison. He couldn't get any of the PC Master Race votes, and thus missed out on the most black-pilled market. Can we seriously give the Game of the Year to the baguettes? I don't think so. If we give the French engineers any more credit, the next thing you know we're all driving Peugeots and eating croissants. To be fair to every game released this year, I had to play each and every one of them. So for this entire year I've been locked in my basement playing games. I didn't notice the lock since I don't really leave that much anyway, but it was terrible. The year started off in January with so many ports and remasters and whatever. I won't be giving Game of the Year to a game not released this year, but I might make an exception to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It was a mobile game, but now it is on PC and Switch. Then some niche consoles I've never even heard of. This game stands alone at the peak in January as the only relevant game after Animal Crossing, basically being Animal Crossing with better branding. Anyway, you can cook and sell stuff in this game, making it the most American game this year. In February, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 released, sending AAA markets reeling. The first game is beloved for its realistic depiction of war and knighthood, and the second game is known for its realistic dating simulation mechanics where you can ignore all of it and go gambling and drinking instead. Truly a marvelous experience. At the end of the month, Monster Hunter Wilds released to a critical and fan acclaim, and this was the most successful Monster Hunter game yet, having exceedingly awesome graphics and more casual gameplay with quality of life improvements. Casual gameplay? Who do you think I am? I'm the most hardcore gamer in the world. Garbage. So in this game, the entire story revolves around this kid who is extremely stupid and has no self-preservation skills at all. And then we have to ask for permission to hunt monsters, but at the end, during the last boss, we finally tell the hunter to sit your ass down. I got this. Oh, I forgot a game from this niche studio called Obsidian. They made some games you might have heard of, like KOTOR 2 and Pillars of Eternity. Such massively popular games should be a good base for great writing and interactivity. But how did Avowed not sell at all? Well, Xbox didn't market it at all. And the only way I heard about this game was Asmongold drama. I didn't even play this game. This is the only game this year I didn't play. But seeing Asmon first love it and then hate it after reading Reddit comments makes me think this game isn't even worth playing. In March, the most evil game ever was launched. Split Fiction. I lied to you just 2 minutes ago because I tried playing this game. But I have 0 friends, so how could I possibly play a 2-player only game? I tried playing it with my feet, but unfortunately humans lost that ability years ago when gaming controllers got optimized for hands instead. There were some games I could actually play in March though, like WWE 2K25 and MLB The Show 2025. In both of these games you hit round objects with a baseball bat, and they come out basically on the same day. So I actually forgot which one is which. But I had fun smashing balls and heads, 10 out of 10, both of them. Next up in March 20th, Ubisoft launched Assassin's Creed Shadows. Them maniacs. This is the greatest gaming prank I've ever seen. Releasing a game set in Japan on the date of the worst terror attack on Tokyo is a move so diabolical, even I couldn't have come up with that. The next Ubisoft game is gonna be set in 2001 New York and released on 9/11. I'm putting that bet up right now on a prediction market. Anyways, AC Shadows is pretty fun. You can play as a samurai and massacre people or a badass ninja woman who can run away. Also like assassinate people, but that's hard, because I put the game settings to be way too difficult and guards would spot me from miles away. Games really shouldn't include difficulty settings, because I have to always play on the hardest difficulty and most games suck on that. Okay, I have to talk about an early access game, because it's so close to home for what games I'm normally known for. Enjoy. This game is honestly just a Sims ripoff, which is good, cause getting The Sims with all the add-ons costs more than a house these days. But Inside is using AI assets. Okay, I didn't ask if programmers can make a good game with AI assets, where the assets building for customization takes most of the workload. Then go ahead, do it. Or maybe don't. Blueprints was released in April as a roguelike puzzle game where you get stuck in puzzle rooms and have constantly no idea what is happening. But I can't give it Game of the Year, because every time it took 20 hours to solve a puzzle, I just got another to solve. And I'm not smart enough to solve these. I'm not a physics major. Well, I am, but not a smart one, and this game needs an easy mode. Also, it's an indie game, and those just don't bring in the big bucks like a superstar movie franchise. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is the greatest movie game of the year. But why would I play a game made from movies I've already seen? I pretended to play the games, but I just actually watched the classic indie movies. They were all great, except the newest one. Dial of Destiny was such a terrible movie, I actually started disliking Harrison Ford. I lied, he is still fabulous. Troy Baker also did a wonderful job voice acting old Indy and made the game extremely immersive. Speaking of voice actors, Expedition 33 is a game about voice actors in France not doing a French accent. Oh, je m'appelle baguette, ho ho ho. We didn't get any horns in this game, an absolute travesty. Like, if this was real France and some giant lady got up and painted a number, then a bunch of people died, you would hear a lot of but these indie cowards didn't have the budget to simulate real France. Still, that isn't the reason it doesn't win my Game of the Year. You might be thinking I'm gonna say, oh, they put Gen AI in the game and that's why I'm disqualifying it. Even that isn't the real reason. At first, when I started E33, I thought the main character was gonna be this charmingly, devilishly handsome French fella. But these sick bastards killed him off and instead Miles, this sort of overly ambitious schoolgirl type, is the main character instead. I don't dislike Miles, but this character design is obviously evil. They gave a girl under 18 a hot British accent.
The dance begins, finesse and grace. How can you keep going like nothing happened?
That's just not fair. Also, the ending has a really difficult choice and I just got stuck there and never finished the game because I couldn't make up my mind on what's right or not. I didn't want to include any remasters on my Game of the Year nominations, but unfortunately Todd came to my office and threatened to kill my Totodile plush if I didn't mention Oblivion Remastered, so here, I mentioned it. A lot of people praise it for leaving in old exploits so the fun can be had again with old clever strats, but I just call that lazy programming. Well done, Bethesda. Now can I get my croc back? Monster Train 2 is a game about making decks with monsters that fight on trains. What? You need a better explanation than that? Well, sponsor my video next time. Elden Ring Night Rain is basically a seamless co-op with character classes and zoomer mechanics. Playing Elden Ring with 3 people is obviously a lot of fun in this sort of Bosch Ross Collecton. Duchess is one of the most enjoyable gaming experiences I had this year, but this game falls flat in unexpected ways. Night Rain struggles with map generation, and once you figure out the meta rules to do stuff, and the couple good plays to loot, every run starts to feeling the same. Also, once you finish a save with a character, basically every time you have 0 map variation, and those just get turned off for some reason. Still a fun game for a while, but I really wish this was better. We deserve better. Also, it already has a $15 DLC that I'm not buying, rather just play modded Elden Ring. Also, it had to compete with F1 releasing on the same day. It's basically a speedrunning game, and what is F1? The pinnacle of motorsport, which is just ancient speedrunning. So yeah, maybe get the F1 game instead and race Max for points. In June, the world was about to break because the Switch 2 launched, giving Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 60 FPS. Every game from now on was gonna be pointless unless they somehow had like franchise characters driving F1. And then Mario Kart World launched. That was the only launch title of the new console. That's kinda weird. You would think that Nintendo would time a new console launch with like Zelda, Pokemon, Mario, but then again, pinnacle of motorsport. Because of this, the Switch 2 is on pace to be the biggest console of all time. Who would have guessed? Earlier, I stated that I won't be covering any ports in this video. However, I just wanted to pander to my audience a bit and include Stellar Blade. Every time I try to play this game, I get very distracted. I don't exactly know why, but I thought it might be something to do with the beautiful graphics and world design. Five Nights at Freddy's also got a new game this year, but since MatPat quit YouTube, I don't know what this game is about anymore, so we have to skip that. Peak, literally called Peak, is the pinnacle of gameplay. I actually didn't play this game myself, but I was watching my friends, paid actors, play this game, and I had a lot of fun seeing them climb the mountain, chain smoking cigars while running away from bears. 10 out of 10, would play it myself, if I wasn't scared of heights. Death Stranding 2 is a Kojima game, so I could not follow the story or understand anything that was happening. It didn't help that I've never played the first game either, so next time they should add a requirement to have played the first game. Like setting my PC on fire if there's no save status before I mindfuck myself with a random kid on the mountains. I have a game theory that is actually my kid, but I don't know how children are made. They should explain that in more detail. This game had a lot of walking, and it made me want to go outside and explore nature instead of playing games. So I guess I have to congratulate Kojima on that. I haven't talked about EA still at all in this video, and that's about to change, because they are the biggest gaming company in the world, and they released a college football game. I'm sorry, was the NFL license too expensive? What is this garbage? If I wanted to play college football, I could just join my college team and be the quarterback or something. Instead of EA, let's talk about anime games. This year we had a lot of them, and all of them were terrible. The last good anime game was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, and everything after that I've been extremely confused about the plots, because I only read manga after catching up to Naruto. Killing Floor 3 is awesome. You kill zombies with guns and melee weapons. It doesn't have much going on apart from just killing shit, but what else would you want from a game? It has a lifespan of like 10 hours before it gets repetitive, but what beautiful 10 hours those are. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers is a Chinese soul-like where he plays a hot Chinese woman and slices things up. What more do you want? This is the best sales pitch for a game I've ever written. It's alright, 7 out of 10. But all the games have been too easy this year. But then, a hero returned. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Makes you so angry you realize that having the feeling of the game in the title is genius. Like you're mad, but you can't blame the game for it since it's literally in the title. Genius. 11 out of 10. EA also made a Madden NFL game, and like you already made a football game, why make another one? Oh, money. Yeah, I get it now. Selling the same game twice to casuals. Genius. Speaking of casual gaming, Sword is just a game about skating on a sword in a beautiful world and just having fun moving around. A game about having fun with movement is honestly a very wholesome and beautiful idea. But I am not a casual gamer, so I quit after getting lost with no minimap. If you were online in September, you might know that one of the biggest hits of the year launched. Hell is Us. This game was such a great take on post-apocalypse and everyone immediately forgot about it, cause Silksong shadow dropped the same day and actually broke Steam. I tried to get this game, but it took me like 3 hours refreshing the Steam store, and then I played all night and rage quit because Savage Beast Fight was just too hard. They should make games easier, or give me an easy mode. I'm a well-known games journalist after all. Borderlands 4 is a game about the Borderlands, duh. But that actually doesn't matter, because Randy Pitchford has become bigger than that brand, having people taking up actual pitchforks to oppose him. This guy is honestly the god of Twitter, well, right after Elon, who bought it out of spite. This guy will go down in the Hall of Fame for fumbling fanbases. Alright, the game. Borderlands 4 is a fun game with shoot 'em up just like the other Borderlands titles. It has some performance issues, but those are mostly new. Just get a better PC. The newest Nvidia card just cost $6,000. What? Are you poor? Honestly guys, September was great for video games until someone decided to make digital crack cocaine to avoid shipping costs, and holy fuck did they succeed. Megabunk is the most addicting thing since Walter White's concoctions, and just one more run has never had a more diabolical implications than spending all night in a cave doing Megabunks. But then, the mad lads who made Hades decided, yeah, have another one, and holy fuck guys, this is the most addictive thing I've ever played. I played this game for 100 hours straight. I didn't even sleep. Then I finally saved the world from Kronos and made every god happy, leaving to a very wholesome ending. A wholesome ending in my video games. What is this, Animal Crossing? Then finally people realized how to make money, and Sonic Racing was released. This is just Mario Kart with Sonic characters, and honestly, genius. People who don't like Mario most like Sonic, so it's utilizing an untapped market share. Also it's a sports game, and people just eat that shit up. The game that made the most money this year was FIFA. No, it's not FIFA anymore, it's EA Sports FC, which is FIFA without the extra cost. Since EA Sports title made money hand over fist this year, and every year since the dawn of time, they had to lay off 1,000 employees to make more money for shareholders. Genius. Some might say that this is sort of a dystopian horror, just like Silent Hill F, that is a very scary game. In it you play as a Japanese teenager, which means that you will never get a job when you grow old, and this reality makes you hallucinate all sort of problems in the world. Then in October, a smash hit came out that took out the entire gaming world by storm. Digimon Time Stranger. We are so back, and I would really love to discuss the game's story with you, but no spoilers. It's a Digimon game, so expect a lot of hot human droid villains. Also, this niche samurai game on the PlayStation only. Doesn't Sony think non-Japanese people could enjoy samurais? We love Seven Samurai, even stole it as Star Wars that became a mild success. Surely we can handle a game. Alright, some Swedes made a shooting game, but do we really need to talk about Sweden? IKEA already disrespects me on the daily. Yes, Battlefield 6 is good and popular, it's also fun, which military games shouldn't be. I want my frontline simulation to be morbid, just like in real life. Swedes should just stick to singing and dancing, so we have more banger songs in Just Dance 2026! What's different? Well, it's more Swedish, they added a lot of colorful player models and then a couple shovelware songs. Speaking of shovelware, I guess, what's up? Pokemon Legend ZA. It's called Legends because the devs managed to repackage Pokemon into something completely devoid of strategy, but it has cool mega evolutions, so that makes up for it. At least now we can have more official megas in ROM hacks, I guess. And October didn't end there. Outer Worlds 2 came out, but this game I actually could not finish, it was just too difficult. The fact that my character was dumb, abrasive and sickly had nothing to do with it. Game's difficulty is the developer's problem and not a skill issue. Arc Raiders is the best game since DayZ. You can pretend to be friendly and shoot someone in the face with a shotgun. Do I even need to elaborate? Then another Swedish game decided to release, and honestly, 2 Swedish games in a year. Don't we have enough surströmming already? EU5 is actually a great game, but it has some major glaring flaws. They should have made a modern take over the world simulators to give out to Putin and Trump, so they can play them instead of LARPing great men. So next time, Swedes, make a game about taking over the modern world instead. No, not Roman empires, I meant modern games like Nvidia. Oh, it's a German game. Okay, they can't make a modern take over the world sims or people start having funny ideas. Then Christmas month hit, and obviously to hit the season we must have a bunch of bangers, right? Well, Metroid Prime 4 was alright, but it has way too much sand. Maybe Annie was right.
I don't like sand.
And literally no other good game came out in December, except for Bluey's Quest for Gold Pen. But that's a mobile game. Unless the billion-dollar industry bribes me, I'm open for them. If the price is high enough, I can give the Game of the Year to a mobile game. So which one of these awesome brilliant games is getting the Game of the Year? Donald Trump! This isn't the Game of the Year, this is Fang's Peace Prize. And the most coveted award in the world. This man truly deserves this. He's given Game of Life some real twists this year, like cutting tax agencies so billionaires don't get taxed, making the government lose overall, and cutting Adobe subscriptions from the DOJ, so Epstein files could be unredacted with Ctrl F. And if that wasn't enough, he outlawed paper straws, because he hates trees? I'm not sure about that one, Chief, but what I'm sure of is deporting every filthy European out from the US and renaming the Kennedy Center as a Trump Center. Of course, we can't forget his completely peaceful kidnapping of a foreign leader and the even more peaceful annexation attempts of Greenland. Truly a man after my own heart, providing me with content throughout the year, and I'm here to give back. So congratulations Trump for winning Game of the Year 2025 and beating the French. God bless America. Next year the bribe fees are going up, so contact me if you want to auction for Game of the Year 2026. Catch y'all next time.